Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are enjoying our time here at Reuben's Furniture, and we're in the downtown location today. And we've got Reuben, the pup, joining us for this segment.
Hi, Reuben.
Hi, Reuben. In perfect timing to chat with our favorite owner here, Emily, who is the owner of Dawg Dayz Grooming and Care, and we're so glad to have you back.
Thank you. Hi, it's good to see you
Yeah,
as well.
thanks for joining us. So I enjoy chatting with you. You always give us a little bit of information out, a little bit outside of some of your day-to-day. We talked a little bit about how and when to adopt if there's some pups in need out there. We're going to talk a little bit about training today. But first, let's talk a little bit about some of the places that you go and the dogs go when they go to Dawg Dayz Grooming and Care. So I know you tend to go to the Yahara Bay Park right next door to you there. Are there any other parks in the area that the pups get to play and hang out with you?
Yeah, so like you said, Yahara Bay Park, people call it Cherokee Marsh as well. That's right down the street from our location. It's huge, it's beautiful. It's based in the marsh, so there's a border of water, so dogs like to swim down there, which is very nice.
Oh, great.
If you don't want your dogs to be swimming in the marsh water, there is Middleton Dog Park. It's run by the city of Middleton versus Dane County. It's right off Highway K. And it is up high and the view is beautiful. You can see farms and from land from every different angle. So that's gorgeous, and there's no water there. So oftentimes we have dogs who don't want to be swimming or owners that don't want them swimming. We take them there and it's a nice walk and you get a nice uphill too. So that's nice.
There you go, that's wonderful.
So-
What a fun day for a dog. A day in the life.
Yes.
Not too bad of a walk then from where your location
No, that
is.
would be a drive. So it's about
That
5
is
to
a drive.
7 minute drive, but it's a
Okay.
pretty country drive. And it's if we have dogs that don't want to be swimming or owners
Right.
that don't want them swimming, it's worth the drive. So
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Now, what about owners who want to take their dog or their puppy to the park for the very first time? What sorts of things should they consider?
Good question. So puppies love to go to the dog park. Puppies are unaware of the idea of being off leash usually, and in a giant park environment, they get very overwhelmed and excited and very stimulated in every good way from nature. So
Right.
my suggestion is wait until they're a few months old. Between 4 and 6 months usually is the best time to start, and just be aware that they're going to be tuned into you. Bring some treats with you. Bring the leash along so they're aware that they're still with you, and then just be aware that other dogs will come and visit with puppies, and dogs are very much aware of different ages, and so they are respectful, but dogs' language is that they kind of will put the puppy through that kind of first meeting, which is letting the puppy know that they're in charge in a nice way, but they'll do their own language to let them know, don't be startled by that, puppies know what's coming, and just, let them run, but keep them attentive to you so they don't kind of say, wow, this is the first time I'm in this wonderland, and go find something without you. So that would be my, just keep them attentive to you and know that they're going to meet other dogs and they're going to be fine. They're going to have a good time.
Great tips, and kind of a warning too for the newer dogs getting introduced to those older dogs. I think it's interesting that you said about keeping the leash with you too, because it's kind of signifying like, hey, I'm still aware of you. We're together.
Yep.
What about using treats in training? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I kind of mentioned treat training. It goes across the board. Anyone who's had dogs, trained dogs, knows that treats are effective. Dogs are highly food motivated. So
We all are, really.
right.
Let's call it what it is.
Let's call it what everybody likes to eat. Dogs especially love treats. If you find one that they specifically like, keep them in your pocket. No other dogs will come and visit you if you have treats in your pocket. But just continue to what's called charge the treat, which means show them the treat. If they are sitting by you nicely, treat, 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 and then they know you have a pocket full. And then as you use their name or whatever recall word that you've chosen in training, treat them immediately. That way, puppies, adult dogs, they just, because they get this wild instinct to run and check everything out, they still are, again, attentive to you as their owner and as their person, their human, that you are, in charge, but you're also treating them in a great way so the experience is positive.
Smart.
Yeah. And you used the word, the phrase recall word in training. Talk to us about some possible recall words that people could use in training, and are there recall words that might be more important to use than others?
Sure. Well, there's a whole lot of words out there in dog training that you're going to think about when you think about training a dog. Sit, stay, lay down. Really, whatever recall word you choose, recall meaning just to get the dog to come to you immediately. It can be come, it can be here, it can be the dog's name, which that I think is the best one just because that one is going to be used all day with them anyway. Any other training aspects are going to fall into place if that dog is able to have a good recall, because that keeps them safe if they're learning about streets, that keeps them safe if they're learning about going to visit, a stranger walking down the street. I mean, if you can have that dog come by you, it's great if they can also sit, but if they're there, then at least you have them safe around you. You can put a leash back on or whatever you need to do. So, training is huge. recall is the biggest. Find your word and stick with that consistent word, whether it's the name, come, whatever you choose.
Really good
Hey
tip.
you, if hey you works.
Sure.
good.
If it's
No, but
Justin, you know.
they learn. They're creatures of habit, so they're learning
Yes.
by that habit. Let's talk really quick before we go. We're almost out of time, but I want to ask about canine language. What is that?
So I kind of put that phrase out there, canine language. To me, what that is just dogs respond to energy and body language. So we can do a lot of this stuff with our hands. We can be talking and moving and all of these things. Really, movement and your body position is what they respond to. So if you're like this all of a sudden nervous, the dog is like this as well. So if
Right.
you keep your body calm and if you turn and want them to walk with you, you turn and walk away, they will follow you typically. So body language is key. If you're nervous and moving quickly, they're going to sense that. They're going to be nervous as well.
Yeah, your energy plays off of their energy.
And with each other too, the canine language, they watch each other's body language and they respond to that. It's their own great communication, so you can learn a
Wow.
lot from that.
Emily, the dog whisperer here in Madison, our own dog whisperer. That's fabulous.
you.
Thank you so much for sharing all that with us.
Thank you.
Make sure you give these folks a call over at Dawg Dayz Grooming and Care. You guys are just fantastic.
Thank you.
So, next topic. If you're wondering if your air is clean, the air you're breathing at home or outside, we're going to find out a little bit more from the experts at Renew Air. It's all coming up on Wisconsin Family here at Rubens. We'll be right back.